Hi everyone, I am Maria. This time I have something for you with a bit different vibe than usual. You guys gave me courage to unpack another of my collected Novis. To be honest, this turned out to be a long project because my computer broke and I couldn't get all the materials. But anyways, to compensate the delay, I tried to make the best out of it. I used an X-Acto to open the back of the head for the eye, and I used pure acetone to clean it. I prefer doing this before making the wig because it is easier to keep the hairstyle idea in my head while I'm gluing the wefts. I used an elastic tutu for the cap, and if you notice, I am gluing a bit lower than the root line. It's because I don't want to have a glue buildup that is visible. My idea for this project is Cyberpunk mixed with 80s vibe. This time I didn't try to follow the stock boxes much, but rather bring out the image that I have in mind. I cut the excess fabric, and to make it more precise, I mark it again while it's back on. I'm going for a side cut hairstyle so that the metallic skull won't be covered up by the hair. Sometimes I use elastics to hold it in place so I can double check. As usual, I truly cleaned and dyed hair fiber. For this project, everything had to be mostly neon. I chose colors that give some of the 80s vibe and glow in the black light display. At first I glued the wefts the usual way. Underneath the green color I used black, yellow and pink. Going further with the wefts, because of the hairstyle I want, I had to change a bit the way I glued them. I dry cut it and I thinned out the layers to keep the volume on top. The many wefts that I had to use made the whole wig fluffed up, and doing this helped me to take some of the weight off. I wanted a messy hairstyle on top and a bit like a mohawk. I left the one side down because I wasn't sure at that point if I want to clip it back. I cut some of the coils and then I glued their ends so they won't undo. I also used elastics that I stretched out by boiling them in water. Then I just glue them on randomly. I didn't add the pink ones here because I wasn't sure I wanted them on, and they go into the scalp so they're easily placed. The hair also glows under black light. Before I painted the body, I made a few modifications. I wanted the metal parts to be more defined, as if the plastic cover is really there and it reveals the mechanics inside. I also modded one of the legs and the body in front to try and recreate a 3D effect as if there are really cables and parts sticking out. Also for this purpose I made punctures as if cables are going through. I didn't do this using my Dremel because the angle was very uncomfortable. And I carved in a tiny heart. After I modified it, I airbrushed in a metallic color. I chose a dark aluminium tone because I wanted to stand out more from the plastic body overlay. To add a bit of crazy, I airbrushed some parts in neon. Adding the parts wasn't really time consuming, but creating them can take a bit. I made the coils using aluminium wire and it was a try and error to get them to fit. I secured the pieces using glue and resin. I made the color tubes by using a sewing threads and soaking them in resin. It made it easier to just flash cure the tubes before placing them under a UV lamp for a full cure. Before I placed gears and tubes inside the heart, I did paint it in metallic to match with the other parts. I masked the arms so I can airbrush in metallic again. I also added details to them, otherwise they wouldn't fit with the rest. I just made glow patterns as if energy is passing through. I used the skirt and made a pattern for a new one. I made it somehow different but inspired from the box. And I used a plastic foil that again glows a bit under light. The two of the tubes are connected to the body and pass through the skirt, one into the back and the other to the front. And here is the body and how it glows under the light. I sealed the head and I started the face up by covering the metal area with resin. It doesn't leave any brush strokes and it makes the metallic look more real and shiny. I used my airbrush again and I did this side first, so I don't have to do all the heavy masking after the face has been painted. For the bottom lashes, I used gouache paint. I only traced the eyeliner because when I airbrush above it, it will partially disappear anyway. I masked it and I used again neon paint, but I only airbrushed towards the corner of the eye. For the rest I just used artist pastels. The reason for that was so that the whole line doesn't glow but rather blend towards the corner. I went a bit further and I traced a pattern that would be similar to circuits. I painted it in two parts, cheek and above the eye separately. I masked it and I used my airbrush to blend neon colors, so this will also be able to glow under a black light as if energy is running through. Peeling off the tape took some time because the lines are so tiny and I didn't want to ruin everything. I taped and airbrushed the second part. I made both parts blend as if the energy is going out of the eyeline. And here it is how it glows. At first I painted the lips with pencils and pastels, just to build a base to work on. Then I used a blend of neon green mixed with yellow and pink for the bottom lip. I used pink and green pastel to give more color. To finish it off, I added glitter that also glows and a bit of gloss. Following the theme, I painted the metal scalp and added tubes and wires to match with everything. For this eye, I used rings to look as if it's closed camera lens. I initially wanted to use resin, but when I tried it with a precasted clear dome, it just looked funny. I also wanted to go a bit extreme with the lashes and I made them very long. I casted a resin eye and I airbrushed the outside of it in black. I didn't want a typical looking eye, but rather more artificial, and it matched with the metallic side. I actually had to cast and paint at least 2 more because my resin was getting sticky because of the weather. To go with the theme, I cured wire and gears in it, and I made it a different kind by not curing a dome. I wanted more like a glowing energy lens. I modified and airbrushed the shoes, otherwise they would be completely out of place. I sanded off the casted laces because I used wire to make the new ones. I just made them the way they popped into my head, but I loved the idea of a color blend, so I intensified the effect. To make the colors blend, I airbrushed them one part fluorescent yellow and the other blue mixed with green. The hue wasn't that important because it gets covered by metallic paint. Then I used gloss to cover the pink and the black. The decorations are gears, metal pieces, and again tubes passing into the shoes. To get this scratched effect on the laces, I just used pliers to crush the wire. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and if you really enjoyed the video, please share it with friends, it helps me a lot. If my videos inspired you, please use this hashtag on the screen and show me on Instagram. I would love to see what you guys are making. If you just found out my content and you like it, make sure to subscribe and tap the notification bell not to miss out on future videos. Also, don't forget to check out my social media accounts if you want to see what I am up to. Also, soon I will release my very first merchandise. Stay tuned if you're interested. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time. Bye!